Salmanji, you had been the foreign minister of this country. How do you see this Agnipath scheme?
Well, I find some very serious flaws in them. And I believe people who know the army and the armed forces better than I do have found very serious flaws in them. And I believe that this required deeper introspection, it required deeper discussion, and perhaps deeper analysis. There are some fundamentals about the armed forces that have been sidestepped because of this. Fundamentals. I'm not even talking about what impact it has on the young people who are protesting. And we have said very clearly that the protests should be peaceful, that there should be no violence anywhere as far as the protests are concerned. We've said that repeatedly. Sonia ji has actually issued an appeal also, and we hope that things will settle down. The trouble is this government is given an impression that unless you resort to coercive measures, the government does not respond. This is very sad. The government should not let people get to that point. The government should engage people in conversation, in dialogue, and find the best path. That's what democracy is.
So the government said that it would bring down the age profile of the forces, and it is in the national interest. Do you see any politics behind it? Because the age, the career is for 4 years, and elections happens every 5 years.
No, I don't want. See, this is about the Indian Army. I don't want to get into political spats on this. Very clearly, our commitment is to the Indian Army, and I believe that this is not good for the Indian Army. It doesn't matter what the motive is. It just is not good for the Indian Army, and that's why we are expressing our concern.
So much of protest and violent protest has occurred, erupted all across the country. Do you see that it's not going to stop?
I think it's very sad. It should stop. We've made an appeal. Whatever we can do to ensure that it doesn't happen any further. It's a request, once again, I make through you on behalf of the party that the violence should be abjured. We must not have violence in this very sensitive and a very significant and important matter for the right of our nation.
Do you see that this scheme has clearly divided the army per se?
I hope not. I hope not. Views are certainly at variance from one group to another, but I don't believe that the Indian Army can be divided.
Thank you so much, sir.
सलमान खुर्शीद हमारे साथ हैं.
So Salman Khursheed, the senior Congress leader and the foreign minister, ex-foreign minister of India, speaking to National Defence, perhaps he said that the Fauj, the army or the forces are not divided, but the views are certainly. Thank you for watching National Defence. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.